Hello, good morning, Onion Lake, Cree Nation. Tansa toya, tatamskat nawa say me nakatakisagaw, yawigusya. I have a young stallion here with me. He's trying to run away. Look, this way. Look. D to the Onovan. Look. Hey. My guest here is being shy. Close the door. Come in. Yeah. Hello. Hello, hello. I have a guest here, but he's being shy. He's being frigid. We'll wait for him. There he is. Don't be frigid.
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Yep.
Fuck for a while. Okay, just. Oh man.
Hi. Hello, good morning, Onion Lake. I have a young stallion here. Young stud. Entonces, siga swing ka na?
Who, me?
Who else is there?
What do you want?
No, let's just have a little chat. Facebook user says, good morning. Who's this? What's your name? I'm not sure who that is. Alright. Yeah, no, let's have a little quick chat, Donnie. Just for the viewers out there, I'm here with Donovan Whitstone, my brother from another mother. He just stopped in for something else, and then he swung by my office, and here we are. But and then me and Donovan go way back and chill out and hang out, and we have a lot of these discussions. But maybe just from your perspective, maybe if you can share a little bit about like your dad, your early memories of him, like when he first started on the radio and stuff, because that's kind of what we're doing, right? It's carrying on that tradition that he started way back with KRP.
Yeah, I don't know. It's from what I remember. He started in or his, what would you call it? A studio.
Yeah.
Studio was at the old clinic or the old KRP station.
Yeah, upstairs,
and they used to but they used to go off the KRP or 102.5. They used to make room for him or turn off their radio and then turn him on.
Oh, the NBC,
yeah.
Yeah, I remember my early memories of that time. Just for the viewers that don't know, Donovan's late dad is late Ray Whitstone. And I remember reading an article about him. Yeah, maybe you could share. You have a better perspective on that article. He got recruited to do a powwow, I think, here, and kind of things started taking off for him in that kind of field, eh?
Yeah. I don't really remember. Don't recall or remember how he started, but just kind of remember him always announcing, going on powwows, announcing. Started that radio station, and then I was kind of young though at the time, so don't really remember much. But just remember used to play a lot of the old Hank Williams stuff, and he always made this one dog every morning. He'd drive to that radio station, and I don't know, just a funny memory, I guess. But he named him Lucky. I don't know if that was his name, but there's this little dog that got ran over, and I don't know. It's this dumb story, but
That dog
survived lots, how many years, and he used to get hit and run over, but my dad would always make fun of it, and he'd be like, and then he started mentioning him over the radio, and then he'd be like, "Well, I seen Lucky this morning, so he's still kicking." Like, he was always just a funny guy, I guess.
Yeah, like teasing. I remember that he used to do the early mornings.
Yeah,
And
early
I
mornings.
remember like being a teenager, I think. Early teenager, that age. Yeah, getting ready for school. And I think that was the thing at that time was the radio, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have internet, I don't think.
No.
And yeah, I used to do the early morning show, getting ready for school. I remember in our house, we'd have the radio blasted, and he'd be playing his tunes and telling jokes, talking Cree, sharing stories.
A morning. How would you say that now? Morning personnel or morning personality? I don't know.
Yeah, and it was always real good energy.
Yeah, I remember going hanging out with him, and he would do his thing and watch him. He had a whole bunch of cassettes and just a big, like, not CDs, but he had like cassette tapes, and wasn't as didn't have this kind of technology anyway.
Yeah. Another story. Yeah, hockey, Oilers. I remember you telling me a story or what he used to do, like Oiler games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something we're trying to promote on this program with Oiler games. And just for the viewers out there, like in my mind, this is something I would do if I had the chance, to go watch an Oilers game and not necessarily having to camp in Edmonton, but just going to watch and then coming back home. It's like a tank of gas and your tickets. Save a lot of money on the rooms and the food and all that.
I don't know. That'd be pretty sick, I guess.
Yeah, but he used to do that though, right?
Yeah, he used to do a lot of things, man. That was pretty awesome. He used to do a lot of random stuff, and miss that guy a lot, I guess. Yeah, I do. Well, I don't mean I guess, but miss him a lot, man. He was quite the guy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stories about that guy, but some stories, I guess, I'll keep my stories and memories. I keep to myself.
Yeah, some not over the air.
Yeah, but one memory I could tell though was one time we there was me, my brother Dallas, and his son Mason, and I think it was Colby. Can't remember. Anyways, though, we went and watched an Oiler game, and my nephew Mason used to call him Musum Barney, but we were watching Dallas and Edmonton, and then we were kind of in a lower bowl, and then there's like a standing room. Then all of a sudden, Mason goes, "Hey, look, there's Barney." Then we were like, "Who's he talking about?" This guy is. We were looking around and looked back. Who do you mean, Barney? Barney, right there. He's pointing back, and all of a sudden, our dad was standing right back up there in the standing room only. But that's just randomness. Like he was kind of like a random guy, I guess.
Yeah.
He used to go and do his own thing a lot, watch hockey and a lot of things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just like, I think that's pretty cool because, like, I think that's normal, Like,
Yeah.
if someone had the ability to do that, like, why wouldn't you want to do that? Right?
Yeah.
Like, go watch it. It's just like going to watch Border Kings and Lloyd back in the day.
Yeah.
Or Border Chiefs here, or away games, whatever. You spend a few bucks on fuel and pay your admission, get a coffee and burger, whatever. Like that's no different than going to an Oilers game and doing the same thing.
Well, Border Kings and Border Chiefs, man, were pretty. It was like freaking awesome hockey, man. Those are the days, and you go watch the Big Four hockey and stuff. I remember watching that Big Four hockey, Border Chiefs and the Border Kings, and I remember Goggett playing Border Kings too, and he was with the Border Chiefs too first, and then. But I remember all that.
Yeah.
Peterson, Chief, all those big guys.
I remember Gaga too.
Yeah.
And in those years, I was just a little boy, maybe like 10 or something. But the way he moved on the ice,
Yeah,
real quick, up and down and side to side. And he wasn't the tallest guy.
no.
He's a short goalie, so he had to move to cover the net. And he was good at that.
Yeah,
Quick.
Oop.
Yeah.
Almost swore. Sorry, bro.
No, it's all good. So I don't know if you heard. I don't know if I can kind of let the cat out of the bag here, but just for the viewers out there and even Donnie, we are planning a Winter Hawk alumni game right now. The inaugural season, which was 1998-99. We're setting up a charity game as a part of our National Addiction Awareness Week coming up. There's a game scheduled for November 24th, 5 p.m. puck drop. We're going to have a pregame ceremony, and then after the game, we're going to feed the players and I think have a little meet and greet for, like, especially the old billet parents and fans from back in that era. So that's gonna be coming up November 24th.
That'll be interesting, man. Holy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Is Haniel Zine coming out?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. I think they put a roster together, and so far the names that are on that roster are all confirmed.
That's pretty sick.
So there'll be at least 3 lines coming from back.
Frick, remember when that first year the Winterhawks were the Winterhawks, and that was like, frick, there's so many. I remember watching all of them, man, and they were all freaking like sick, big hockey players like Jeff, Donald, Myron, Jordy, Jason Redhead.
Yeah.
Jason Redhead, man, I was like one of the sickest skaters I ever seen. And then I watched this one guy. Plays for Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
Cole Caulfield. He's probably the same height. Just high stepping crossovers all the time. Crossovers, and that there's another guy on there too, Alex Newhook. Same style. If you ever watched him on a, anyways, yeah, Austin Martin, Dennis Perrellat,
Yeah.
Travis Priel, I don't know. And remember how big that team was, man? That was like the biggest D. Tim Carter, all those guys, freaking
I think
Marcel Jenkins, Owen Coulinier.
Yeah.
Who's the other one there from Canoe Lake?
Another Coulinier.
Corgill?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mario.
Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lionel.
Oh yeah,
Coulinier.
that Lionel righty.
Yeah. Solid.
I remember when they used to beat the Lloydminster Bandits all the time, and Lloydminster was like a Canadian championship team or something like that.
Yeah, they were like defending champs or contenders every year.
Yeah, I think they were winning the Junior B titles like in all of Canada at the time.
And I remember before Onion Lake got in the league, it was Saddle Lake.
Oh yeah, Saddle Lake too.
Saddle and Lloyd used to be some pretty ranked games.
There's a Smith. He played on Saddle Lake. He didn't have the lineup or roster that Onion Lake and Lloydminster had, but he was the leading scorer for Saddle Lake that time. Man, I don't even know why I know. I was just such a little hockey buff at the time that I just knew all these rosters, and I still have memories of it.
Stats, even.
His stats. But that Corey Smith, that was his name. He was like ripping it up in Junior B that time, and he was by himself in Saddle Lake.
Yeah.
And he was just lighting it up.
I remember Delorme.
Leon Delorme? Yeah, he played in Saddle Lake. Then he went and fought in East Coast or semi-pro or something.
He went up.
Yeah. From Junior B ranks to the East Coast, went and fought there.
Yeah.
Don't really know anything more after that about him, but
yeah, I remember watching him though. Like he was good on the ice too. Like as a player, like skater.
Yeah. Even John Quinney was with St. Paul that time. John Quinney was from Frog Lake. Yeah. There's a lot of First Nations sensations that time. This real neat sensations.
Yeah. I remember the rivalries with Lloyd. Actually, I should share this actually on my page, but there's an old article here from 1999. Here, I'll read a little bit of this. The atmosphere was electric, the arena packed to overflowing when the Onion Lake Winterhawk challenged the Lloydminster Junior B Bandits on February 4th. More than 1,800 people filled the stands of the Civic Center in Lloyd to watch the new kids on the block take on the well-seasoned Bandit team, whose 8-time winning streak in the Northeastern Junior League had made them no stranger to success. What a knuckle-clenching game it turned out to be, a hard-hitting battle between two strong teams that saw fans screaming and jumping up and down in their seats up until the last 10 seconds with a final score of 6-5 for the Hawks. It was a great game with excellent reffing against a very good team from a strong organization, said Kelly Zacharias, head coach of Onion Lake. But it was the mental toughness of this young team that came shining through, and what a perfect time for it to do so, he added. The Friday night victory was the fourth win out of 6 for the Hawks against the established Bandits, a win that pushed him into third overall. Solid spot to be in before the playoffs. It's also something that has injected a shot of pride into First Nations people living in the region. Something that's a win situation for everyone involved, says Zacharias. There's so much more involved than just entertainment in the development of a new First Nation hockey team. There are a lot of positive spin offs, both social and economic. He said, you take 500 people on any given night who could be doing anything else. They could be watching TV or out playing bingo, but they're not. They're here. They're attending the games and they're supporting their home team. It's great for the younger kids to have such super role models and see the amount of hard work and dedication involved. It gives them a goal, something real, and without it, the next level they would see would be on TV. The creation of a new team, community well known. Oh, my radio's on there. Here we go. But yeah, there's a whole article here about that rivalry between Lloyd and Hawks. What about yeah, we do have some viewers here, which is cool. So the inaugural year for the Hawks was 1998-99, and a lot of the players that ended up getting recruited by the Hawks come from other organizations, and they're all First Nation. And as we all know, we did still have residential schools in existence. Maybe if you can touch a little bit on that from what you know.
I don't really know too much about where all the players came from, but I went to LeBret for a little bit, I guess. Well, not I guess, but I did. And I think Jason, there's a guy named Jason Bone that came from over there, and I think he ended up here. But I remember him over there. I remember Dennis Perlet too being over there, I think. It's kind of hard to remember that far. But I didn't know that's how they did the recruitment of the team that time. I'm probably the wrong guy to ask.
Yeah, I think a little bit like from what I heard, I don't know too. But a lot of the players that came were recruited from like LeBret Eagles,
St. Michael's.
St. Mike's,
Yeah.
St. Michael's Thunder.
Yeah. I think they were called Willow Cree Thunder too at the time.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sick name, I think. Willow Cree Thunder. They
Yeah.
had, I remember them too. Like they had like these blue helmets,
Yeah.
these blue and red gloves, and these hockey pants. Like they had stars on us. Like I think like almost like Washington Capitals pants.
Yeah.
They had stars on the side, and I just when I was a kid, anyways, I just remember that just being the coolest, sickest gear, man. Oh no, Cooper Technoflex gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their logo
Their logo
was a teepee with a
Yeah.
chief,
yeah.
chief headdress.
Didn't they? They came and played here too, didn't they? They had a AAA game here.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot what year though.
Yeah.
St. Mike's Thunder
Yeah.
versus North Battleford North Stars.
Yeah.
AAA
Ryan
midget
Chache
team.
was playing there too, eh?
U18.
I don't know.
I think Myron Jordy,
Marty Chief.
late Marty,
Yeah, late Marty.
Jeff, Tim. That was a sick game. I remember that game vividly. I was just a young kid. I remember my late mushroom was around, and he pretty much raised Jeff. So, and come watch Jeff supporting. But I remember we had a sold out crowd. The arena was full.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Jeff afterwards. I went to visit him, and we are talking about it. And he ended up getting in a fight there in the last 5 minutes
I
or
think he
10
did fight,
minutes.
eh? I remember that.
And yeah, he's telling me about it, and that was kind of his role on that team. And I think they were down by a goal or something, and the coach kind of gave him the nod. um, so next shift, he went out and found a willing contestant.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they ended up dropping the gloves. And I remember the U18 at the time, the midget players. I think the native boys are all the same mics. They had full visors. I don't know if
And
you remember
cages. I
that.
think they had cages.
And
Yeah.
some half
Visors. Yeah.
visor, half cage.
Yeah.
I remember Jeff had a full visor. If I remember correct, but yeah, he ended up scrapping out there, and that was a good battle. He got kicked out. They both got kicked out, and there was still time on the clock before the end of the game. And Jeff came up from the dressing rooms downstairs, and he came sat with my mushroom up there. There's a bunch of us, and he was all decked out in like suit and tie, and like this. I don't know. As a young native boy, to see this high level hockey that at that age, and they had a dress code. Man, I thought it was just the coolest thing in the world, man.
Well, and thinking about that, like even just touching on what you just said, that was kind of the reason why I played hockey, was watching these guys. Like I just thought they were the coolest, deadliest hockey players. And I remember Ryan Trache too, and I remember how he used to tape his stick, and he'd have like I think they call it the candy cane style, all the way down on a coho, those old cohos. And I started copying that when I was a kid, and trying to get a blue helmet, trying to get a blue pants.
Yeah.
It's because of all those guys, man. I remember all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember Ryan and late Marty.
Yeah.
They came from over here.
Yeah. Don't really remember where.
Augustana.
Well,
I think that was the SJ or college or something. I
Yeah.
remember that as a kid because there was a lot of discussion
Mhm.
from the fans, like who's this guy, and where they come from and all that. I remember hearing about that. And Ryan was deadly
Oh
for a
man.
long time. The way he skated, like crossovers
Yeah.
and his stick
High
handles.
stepping.
Yeah.
That was like Jason Redhead too. Same style, man. I remember all of that. Yeah.
Couldn't catch him.
And then
Like
you know who
real
to think about
shifty.
too now? Like since we're talking about that time and all those deadly hockey players, Scott Hood,
Wow.
Jordy Dugan for Lloyd.
Jeremy Sexsmith.
Yeah,
Defense. Man, that guy was solid.
I remember that. But Scott Hood too. Like he was only playing junior B that time, and then he went on to play. Like he became an Allen Cup champion too. That guy.
Yeah.
And I followed up on him too ever since. Like ever since then, I used to just kind of Google players, and I still do that too. But I Googled up that Scott Hood, and he went on to Bentley Generals, stuff like that.
Yeah. I remember him too. And when the Winterhawks first entered the league, he was on the other side there with Lloyd.
Yeah, that's where I was talking about. Like Lloyd Minster had a good team, but then Winterhawks came in, and then but they had Scott Hood, they had Jordy Dugan, and that Sexsmith guy. I don't really remember the rest after that, but they were a dominating team. But and there's this one guy, Owen Cooliner used to always fight. Freaking can't remember his name, man. I don't know. Anyways,
I remember that one game in Lloyd. They had I think a line brawl or a bench brawl.
yeah,
And they had Donald and
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah.
Owen.
They used to go fill up Lloydminster Civic Center. Onion Lakers would go fill it up and watch the big rivalry, I guess.
Man, it was always full. It was always one side Onion Lakers, other side Lloyd people.
Yeah,
And it even in the stands it'd get real heated.
yeah, man, that's crazy times. It's not glad it's not like that anymore. Freaking watching all those scraps. Even like one time in I don't know, maybe we shouldn't. But there's a game in Dewberry and a fight broke out in Dewberry too, man. Like in the stands, and this was on the I think the Eagles and Dewberry was over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
Crazy times.
those were the days, man.
Yeah.
For hockey. I remember every game in Onion Lake was sold out. Or I don't know about sold out, but packed.
Yeah.
There was no sitting room. You had to stand around all the way around the rink. There was people had their spots.
Even Onion Lake Eagles, man, were pretty sick. They took down Saskatchewan.
Yeah. And a lot of it was original Winterhawks went to that senior team. And then they played in the Big Four too for a while. Back in the day.
Sorry about that. What?
They played in the Big Four.
Who?
Onion Lake at one point.
Onion Lake Border Chiefs did. They
the
played
Border
Big
teams.
Four. There's Lloydminster, Onion Lake, Meadow Lake, and Soto 3 Stars, I think. But Onion Lake, well, yeah, they were in there in that league, Big Four league. Just from what I remember, maybe those older guys would be the best. But just from what I remember and looking up to them and watching those games, me and my dad used to go and watch those games all the time. They had a big crowd following them from game to game, and they're pretty.
I remember late Joey Potskin.
I remember that guy too. He used to come in.
I think that's the year they won.
Came in and lit it up for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Larson. That was Rob Larson that used to run that team.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that late Joey Potskin, man. And I was just a kid, same thing like you, younger than you. And I used to look up to all these guys. But I remember him like guaranteed a goal a game.
Yeah, we were kids that time, and then there's like, you ever notice there's some kids that go there just to go run around and go run around with their friends, but like even you, you were there. We were only like maybe 6, 7, 8. You were there watching, just taking all of that in. Remembering names, remembering players. I was like that too, man. I used to go there. I never went and fooled around and like ran around. Maybe I did a little bit, but I was like just memorizing all these players and watching all these guys. And I think that's probably where I wanted to play. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. I remember My favorite spot to watch was in the bottom corner there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
standing room by the northwest corner down there. That was always my spot. Whoever
I
was
used to go
there.
stand by there too. That's where I went and watched because you could see ice level, right?
Yeah, I
You
see
could be
everything.
instead of sitting up here, but you could just see how players moved and
Yeah,
how they all did their thing out there.
the way they see the ice.
Pay attention to detail, see what kind of skates they're wearing, what kind of gloves. Yeah, I was like that.
The battles in the corner,
Yeah.
man. Like real rank grinding.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking nice. So there's that game, eh?
Yeah, yeah. So there's an charity game for the viewers. November 24th, puck drop 5 p.m. There's gonna be a pregame ceremony. I think at 4. There's no information that's been released yet. But that'll be coming out soon. Poster and all that. Rosters are being confirmed. There's gonna be a special guest, Theo Fleury. From what I'm hearing, he'll be suiting up. I don't think for the Winterhawks will be playing against them.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so but
We should bring somebody for him. Just kidding.
him and Owen toe to toe.
Maybe let's bring we'll get Grant Whitstone throw on the skates and drop the gloves.
Shadow him.
Shadow him all game. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. So yeah, just kind of reliving some old moments, and we're this charity game is in honor of that time. The arena was just built here in Onion Lake in the mid '90s. There,
Yeah, how old is the rink now? Just think about it. It's up there like 30 years old, eh?
yeah. But
Freaking rights, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. And then even like the Winterhawk, the reason why this game is happening is 25th year commemoration or something. Like it's been 25 years since that time, that first year they entered the league.
Holy, for real?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
We're getting old.
Time is flying.
Yeah. So we'll be getting a lot of those guys back, and it'll be awesome just to
If they need a ref, I'll come out and ref.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. Me and you will ref.
Yeah. I think me and you are on the other team. Just that we'll be playing them. That's what I'm hearing.
Frick, that'd be cool.
So
suit up against the legends.
Wear some knuckle busters and
some tinfoil under the gloves.
Yeah.
Sharpen the edges on the helmet here on the top. Just kidding.
Me and Jeff are gonna go, man. Toe to toe.
Hope he's not listening. I don't want to see you getting stretchered off during a exhibition game. Just kidding.
Sorry, Jeff. Donovan told me to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that. Just kidding. Yeah, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
awesome.
good. And there's gonna be a supper after the game at the hall.
Cool.
So for the fans, if you guys wanna do a little meet and greet or just revisit,
Austin Martin was there too, eh?
Yeah.
So he'll be there. I don't I remember that guy.
Yeah.
All those names.
There's a lot of them. Stanley Porter, but him a little after that.
Yeah.
Chad Blaze.
I don't remember.
But I don't know. Backup goalie. Black pads, black helmet, black. He's a white dude from Battlefield. Butterfly goalie. I remember him. What about that one dude? Passed away. They hung his jersey here. I think at one point he did those deadly crossovers.
That's Jason Redhead.
There's another one
Oh,
after.
Jared Severite.
Yeah,
Jared Severite.
yeah. Where was he from again?
I think he was from down south.
Yeah, southern Saskatchewan.
Yeah, so one of those reserves around Regina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. Man, he was a wicked skater.
Yeah, he was good too.
Yeah,
I was playing with him. I played with him that time when he was around.
yeah.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was actually one of the first guys. Well, first time I ever see. You never see kids like do the between the leg, like they'll go between the leg and like flick it up.
Yeah.
That's where I seen. That's the first guy I ever seen do it, and that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
21 years, 22 years ago. One of the first guys I ever see do that. They never seen it on Sports Center or anything like that, or on highlights, and then all of a sudden this guy does it in the junior B game.
Really?
Yeah, and he was a righty.
Yeah. Man, he was a smooth skater.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Well, that's about it.
What
Well,
else
I don't know.
is we got cooking? um,
I heard Thunderchild has a nice arena.
really?
Yeah, pretty sick facility
Yeah.
over there.
How is it?
Looks wicked. Looks nice. Yeah, I think we might be able to go skate there tonight.
You've
Old
been
timer
you
again.
skated there already?
No, not yet.
You've been in there?
Just been in there, seen it.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I'd like to go. Hopefully, I could come tonight too. Go
Yeah.
play against those boys and have some fun.
Yeah, man. Hockey season's here.
Yeah. How was it last night?
Hockey time. Oh, it's rough. I'm really sore. Really, my back, the lungs, everything. It was pretty tough.
Yeah, first one.
First skate, yeah.
First one of the year. First one's always
First
the
of many.
roughest, eh?
Yeah, man. It's
They call that rust.
yeah, shaking off the rust, or I don't know. It hurts though. Shocking the body. Can't sleep after that.
Yeah. Even me, I went skated here last night, and man, the young guys coming up, like they're. I guess I don't know. For me, I didn't notice it at the time when we were that age, like how effortless
They
it
were
was
always
to
calling
play.
us the young bucks.
Yeah.
But now us, it's calling them the young bucks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
And at one point, that was us, like you just loved the game so much. It was nothing. You wanted to be out there as much as you can, carrying the puck and whatever.
And then that you just love the game so much, right? That you're just having fun, and you're young, and you're just like flying around. You go skate it down, let a shot off, and then us now we're trying to keep up with these guys, but it's kind of motivating too.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps us on our toes now.
Yeah.
Well, me anyway.
Keeps a guy young.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for real. It's fun, like to have that challenge and to play at that level to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Treaty 6-2 is be popping up real be happening here.
Yeah.
Treaty 6 will be fun. Minor hockey. And there's a midget game tomorrow. I heard too.
Mm,
U18.
yeah, and and they're giving away Oiler tickets for the viewers. I think that game's tonight or tomorrow, but they're giving away Oiler tickets. There's no admission. Um, I think it's I don't know if you have to pay for the Oiler ticket draw. I think maybe like $2 or $5 or something. Maybe they're fundraising. But yeah, they're giving away Oiler tickets. And going back to what we mentioned before, like that's all you need is gas, and you're at an Oilers game.
Yeah.
And the gas is like $150. Will get you there and back. We're lucky we're close enough to Edmonton. It's like 3 hours.
Or is
one
that today
way.
or tomorrow? Tonight,
It
right?
might be today
The
or
midget game. Yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah, it is on
That's tonight.
Facebook.
Yeah. On the
Yeah.
8th. Today's the 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Oiler tickets up for grabs. But yeah, I think we'll end off there.
Sorry, bro.
It's like nigga what? Um,
Settle down to St. Joe Rogan's podcast. Just kidding.
but yeah, we're gonna shut it down.
All right.
Everybody have a good day and a good weekend. Remember or don't forget Monday 10 a.m. Remembrance Day event at the hall with Soup and Bannock. Come out, bring your kids, come hang out. Yeah, TC, Dunner Child. Let us know. We'll come skate tonight. Me, Donnie, and Donnie, maybe more. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for doing this, bro. It's kind of random, but
Yeah.
it's
Thank
cool.
you.
It's fun, eh?
Different.
Yeah. Yeah. So closing words, Mr. Donnie, and then we'll shut it down.
Oh, you want me? I don't know. Just have a good weekend. Keep that stick on the ice, and have a good one.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch up with you guys again. Hi.